A heartbreaking ending tonight to a story we've been following for months now. The elderly woman who lost ownership of her home in a tax lien fight died, and now her family is being forced out.
I'm going to say this, and you all just play that rest of that video on the side. I'm going to give you a little bit of background about this story. There is this family that had this house. It was in the grandmother's name. The grandmother was put on hospice for whatever reason. And upon her getting very, very sick, they found out that there was a tax lien put on this house. And so the tax lien essentially let any random person go and pay the back taxes that were owed on the house. However, the family did not have the money to pay the tax. And so the grandmother, who now has, as we just learned, has passed away, as essentially she was being evicted from the house. I'm going to say this. We have to leave seniors and babies alone. I don't know what the hell or why that's so complicated for people to rationalize. You cannot be so absorbed with making $1 that you do something like this. I almost feel like the universe needs a reset when I hear stories like this. It's almost like this is equivalent to, and I'm going to say this, when I hear power companies turn the power off on people who have oxygen concentrators in the house, I'm like, really, dog? Really? And I understand that. But what if someone's not telling the truth? I understand that. But you're in that business. Get over it, right? The majority of them are going to be telling the truth, and it's not worth risking one person's life. So for me, hospice is 6 months or less. A simple fix for a lot of this stuff, if you're tax lien or if you've got a power bill behind, they get 6 months. They get a full out 6 months, and they ain't got to pay it all up either, because that's too much to ask for people. But they get 6 months to kind of start figuring it out as best they can. But just cutting it off or taking away someone's house, I am pro home ownership for most people in America. You all are not saving enough money, and you have to live somewhere anyway. So that's my thing. I've always said that. I think people should at least own a house, condo, whatever. And I'm not pro condo because HOA fees are just too high, but I think you should own some type of real estate. I prefer the land, honestly. However, it's fine. But when you do stuff like this, are you discouraging people to not buy a house? Are you trying to make them feel bad about it? The lady puts all the money in. She might as well have just been renting. Think about all the upgrades she put into the home. This is where I say America has a problem, right? And I talk to people from other countries, other continents at this point daily, right? I never, ever, ever hear of people being stripped of things the way we strip them of things here. Now, I'm not saying there aren't other countries where people are poor. I'm not saying that's the thing. But once you build something, it's like they don't just take it from you. And I think we got to do a better job of that. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments.